Hi, my name is Hannah Hiley, and for this assignment, my topic is freedom of speech. What is freedom of speech? Freedom of speech is the right to freely express ideas and opinions without governmental restrictions or punishments, including political and religious expression, and the right to protest. A little bit of history. The Constitution of the United States was written in 1787, and the First Amendment, along with 9 others, were adopted in 1791. And here is the excerpt of the First Amendment from the Constitution. Congress shall make no law respecting an establishment of religion, or prohibiting the free exercise thereof, or abridging the freedom of speech, or of the press, or of the right of the people peaceably to assemble and to petition the government for a redress of grievances. While most of us know the First Amendment and what freedom of speech is pretty well, it's one of the first things we learn when we start to learn about the government when we're younger. I thought it would be very interesting for one of my articles. I found what types of speech are not protected under the First Amendment. So the first one is fighting words. The First Amendment does not protect those words intended to incite violence or encourage groups of people to commit crimes involving speech. Those who commit crimes like perjury, harassment, or extortion are not protected. Next is threats. Threats are not protected when their intention is to cause bodily harm or death. Child pornography. A person's speech is not protected if it depicts a minor engaging in sexual activity. Libel and slander. The First Amendment does not protect those who attempt to defame others through verbal or written communication. The second article I read discussed cases involving freedom of speech that were brought to the Supreme Court. The first one was Texas versus Johnson. In 1984, Gregory Lee Johnson burned an American flag during a protest against the Reagan administration. At the time, burning the American flag was illegal in 48 out of the 50 states. With that, Johnson was convicted and sentenced to a year in jail with a $2,000 fine. Johnson appealed his case, and it reached the Supreme Court. The Supreme Court declared that his actions were a form of expression protected by the First Amendment. The next case is New York Times versus Sullivan. In 1960, an ad was published in the New York Times that was paid for by civil rights activists. The ad criticized the police department in Montgomery, Alabama for the treatment of the civil rights protesters. While almost all of the ad was accurate, there were some false statements. L.B. Sullivan, the police commissioner, took special offense to the article and sued the New York Times in an Alabama court, claiming that his reputation had been ruined by the article. The Alabama court was in favor of Sullivan. After this, the New York Times took the case to the Supreme Court. They argued the article never intended to hurt Sullivan's reputation. The Supreme Court found that the New York Times article was protected under the First Amendment. It's important to remember that the First Amendment protects those freedom of speech. It does not protect those who are offended by others' words. While I couldn't find where freedom of speech aligns with a specific NASW code of ethics, I do believe that it aligns with the code of ethics in general. I think it is every social worker's responsibility to use their freedom of speech to advocate for others. I think freedom of speech can be used as sort of an umbrella over the NASW code of ethics. Next is my discussion question or thought question. How do you think our lives would be different if we did not have the freedom of speech? And lastly, here are my references.